It's Friday Grinders party time! Hit that like button, share it out, we're going live!
25.
It's coming!
Screen, no game, playing scene. Promised it would be great, guess it's too late. Xbox is cooking my friend, time for a new trend. Social media's clear, switch to PlayStation gear. Status online no more, console crash to the floor. Join the other side, PlayStation's where we ride. Xbox is cooking my friend, time for a new trend. Social media's clear, switch to PlayStation gear. Look at the memes flying, tweets and posts ain't lying. Gamer hearts are crying, but New Horizons trying.
This is really cool.
Stuck on loading screen, no game playing scene. Promised it would be great, guess it's too late. Xbox is cooked my friend, time for a new trend. Social media's clear, switch to PlayStation gear. Status online no more, console crash to the floor. Join the other side, PlayStation's where we ride. And get the memes flying, tweets and posts ain't lying. Gamer hearts are crying, but New Horizons trying. Look at the memes flying, tweets and posts ain't lying.
Xbox broken late last night, called in help to get it right. Ninja hillbilly crew so tough, sent by Phil to fix.
This is gonna be sweet!
Over the hills they came so fast, kicking up dust, leaving the past. One tooth in hand, a smile gap so wide, ready to fix with broken pride. Ninja hillbillies on the run, console troubles ain't no fun. Phil Spencer sent 'em here, get your Xbox working clear. Under the moon, no time to waste. Hillbilly ninjas fix in haste. Wires cross, controllers dead. They'll sort it out, they ain't misled. Mountains high and valleys deep, hillbilly ninjas fix in haste. Wires cross, controllers dead, they'll sort it out, they ain't misled. Mountains high and valleys deep, hillbilly ninjas never sleep. Phil's orders clear as day, fix the console, make it stay. Ninja hillbillies on the run, console troubles ain't no fun. Phil Spencer sent 'em here, get your Xbox working clear. Under the moon, no time to waste. Hillbilly ninjas fix in haste. Wires cross, controllers dead. They'll sort it out, they ain't misled. Mountains high and valleys deep, hillbilly ninjas never sleep. Phil's orders clear as day, fix the console, make it stay. Ninja hillbillies on the run, console troubles ain't no fun. Phil Spencer sent 'em here, get your Xbox working clear. Astrobot flying high, spaceship in the sky. Galaxies collide, crew is scattered wide. Alien rival came, wrecked our mothership in flames. Now we need to save starlit worlds we crave. Jump, punch, run. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new. Sponge, astrobot, giant, across the starry quiet. Platform power high in the deep space night. Froggy gloves on. Collect the crew on 50 planets new.
Concord, you ain't the way. PlayStation's bet on services. Crowded market day by day. What made you think $40 pays? Everyone likes free to play. You thought you could make a sway. Games out there ain't gonna stay. Guess you took a wrong way. Wrong bet, you placed it high and square. Wrong bet, $40 ain't fair. Players looking for a deal, free games are the real. No one's got time to kneel for a tag that's so surreal. Frozen screens and lagging dreams, not worth what it seems. In a market so extreme, wrong bet's a broken scheme. Wrong bet, you placed it high and square. Wrong bet, $40 ain't fair.
Yo, what's up, grinders? It's Friday. It's here. We are here. It's Friday. Hope everybody is having a good week and look forward to the weekend. Oh man, I almost knocked over my thing. Damn. What's up? How's it? Yep, it's coming. How's everybody doing, man? Oh my goodness. So yeah, when do we start off? What are we doing here? Hey, we're gonna make it a baby, maybe a thing. Maybe we'll do, what are we doing here Fridays? I don't know, but kind of talk about the crazy stuff of the week and just the things that have the responses to things, more news coming out. It's just crazy. And I feel like right now there's just some crazy news going around. Two things, actually a few things that come up and more, obviously. But shout out coming on in here. We have the new Cole Moriarty talked about ConCURD or Concord information that came out. We have the executives over there. We had the whole Sarah Bond interview on Bloomberg. Oh my goodness gracious, over there. And then Phil Spencer again, can't get enough of himself, loves himself on some TV. Just a few of the topics that we will be talking about, because Phil Spencer said something about gaming. So what are we doing here on both sides? We are definitely going to talk about it, hang out, more stuff. Shout out to everybody coming on in here. That's right, Johnny Gaming. Kyle, what's up? Twisted Sing. How you doing? Twisted Sing. Michael Meridian. Yep. How you doing? Yeah, it's wild out here. So it's just like a venting session of just craziness going on. Yeah, boy. Wild Wolf in the house. Here they all come. Here come the grinders. Outside Gaming Night. Jim D. How you doing there? Zero Steel. Thrifty, what's up, man? We have sources. Oh, man, what are your eyeballs telling you? That's right, Thrifty. Downward Incline says, let's go. Let's go, Zapmondo. That's right. So let's start off with this Cole Moriarty thing about Concord and what is. And it was a very lengthy interview, but he was basically he spoke to somebody who worked on Concord. The news that we have right now is that apparently the cost of it. So let's hear what he had to say, just a little bit of it, because it is pretty long on it, but let's just talk about it. That's right. What's up, Shadowlink? How you doing, man? Hit that like button, grind it up, come on in here. We are close. We're trying to get to that 3K. It keeps fluttering around there. We need about 70 more subscribers to get to the 3K. And then our members are going up. We need more members in order to get that emoji. It keeps going up and down, and I can't get that new emoji unless we hit over the 20, 25. And it stays there, 250, for a few days. So I can get that emoji in there of the Xbox Ninjas. Yes, the Xbox Ninjas. We want those Xbox Ninjas in there. But yeah, let's get into this Concord journalism shit going on here. Obviously, we know the situation with Concord and what happened to it. And yeah, it does not look good for the studio. And this just makes it kind of worse. Cole, what do you want? But let's hear what he has to say. I talked to somebody who knows somebody, former cousin, roommate. Yeah, that's what it is about right now. That's all the news is now. It's like I talked to somebody
at one time, and I used to break a lot of stories, and these days I don't really.
All right, let's skip.
I think people will be interested about it. The reason that I wanted to talk about it is because some of the but Sony had been working with
here we go.
And the story goes that Concord, by the time Concord was, so in the first quarter of 2023, Concord had basically entered an alpha state. This was before Sony had even purchased the team, but Sony had been working with Probably Monsters, and which was the original owner of Firewalk and Firewalk, probably since late 2020, maybe 2021 at the latest on Concord. The game was in development before that. Up to the point that the game went into alpha state, they had already spent about $200 million on it. And it's unclear how much of that money is from Probably Monsters and the original investors into the game, and how much of that money was from Sony. There's this term in product development, not only with games, but really with everything. You can like manufacture a tchotchke. You guys might have heard of it. It's called minimum viability, or a minimum viable product. Mm-hmm. The idea behind this, or MVP, the idea behind this is that this is like what you're trying to achieve, and it's like once you cross this barrier, you feel comfortable selling it. It's not that it's the best it can be, or that it's what it's going to be by the time you launch it,
everything that ships an Xbox day one.
But like, this is the minimum viability of the product. When the game had already had $200 million spent on it and was basically in an alpha form in quarter one of 2023. From that point until the game launched, Sony spent another $200 million on it.
That's wild. That's crazy. So this thing was in alpha in 2023. They already spent $200 million on it. And then Sony spent another $200 million on this thing. Like 2023, like think about it. Last year was a real indication of service games really not doing that well. right? Like a lot of games were closing down shop. They weren't hitting. It even was when they made the announcement, right, about how like they're pulling back on their service stuff. I guess they already made the investment in here. But man, 400 million in Concord, and think about it. 3 weeks it got pulled and refunded. They made $0. They refunded. They refunded everybody. It was like it never was. That is a huge write-off loss, man.
The scuttlebutt behind the scenes about Concord is that the game was in a laughable shape.
Oh, no.
When it was shown. And basically like when the alpha was ready to go and they were kind of being like, we're ready to kind of get moving towards getting this thing out in the next year or two. It was in such horrible shape that Sony felt like they needed to spend that much money again. So, 200 plus 200 to get the game to the MVP status, not to the status of it being like a great game.
MVP status, which means we could just call that Phil Ness status. Basically, just would you ship that? That's basically what it is. Yeah, we just want to get it to Phil Ness status. So they spent $400 million to get it to MVP, aka Phil Ness status of that it's a shippable product, but not to a level of quality, but it's shippable. So we get it to the will you ship that phase. They thought they'll spend another money on that. My goodness gracious. Oh man. This is just not sounding good. This is not sounding good at all.
Would you ship that?
We gotta get Herman was on the yacht. Where the hell was Herman? Herman! I'm doing my splits in my spa. Herman, we get your ass on there.
To get it to just viability. And that at that time in quarter one 2023, there was there was nothing done. Like a major expense was having to urgently outsource much of the game to other studios to finish building the game out. And that two fundamental things were not worked on at all up to the point in which the game was shown in alpha.
Damn, this sounds like Redfall development right here.
Nothing about that. No, like there was nothing about how players get on, like how they make their character, all that kind of stuff, or, choose their character and get there, and monetization. Two very expensive, very specific and boutique things that happen to games like this. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to say is that it's not only about the ongoing cost, which would be in the millions to keep the game going per month, but that the game cost about $400 million to make.
Wow. Dude. Well, let's see what he says. And then we saw this. This came out from the news as well. Man, 400 million. I'm telling, this is my speculation. Ready? This is my speculation on Friday of what are we doing here? I think Sony was shaking in their goddamn boots because of that Activision shit. That's what I think. I am now convinced that Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on, man.
I just need it.
This is the lamb.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Went in a state of panic. Dude, he was flying all over the place. Remember? That's why he resigned. He quit because he was just like, yo, I'm retiring. They got my ass flying all over the courtrooms and all this other stuff because I got to stop this deal. Do you remember the infamous Lulu on how basically, she was like, he just says, I don't care. I just want to stop the deal. I think Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan and Sony were in a state of panic with the Microsoft move for Activision, and they made some stupid ass decisions. This is just me. This is what I think. I think they knee-jerk reaction to this whole losing the Call of Duty stuff and what Microsoft could do to Call of Duty, which obviously they gave them a lot more credit than I think was due, but they did. And I think they just made some bogus decisions. I think the Bungie thing turned out to be a face down, ass up deal. And now buying the studio. Like, this is the thing that I never understood about ConCURD or ConCURD. What I never understood is why would you buy them if you haven't seen shit and gots from them? That wasn't the usual traditional Sony way. You worked with them, you released a couple of games, they did well. Hell, They even did that with Insomniac. They didn't just straight up buy Insomniac before Spider-Man. They always purchased them after the game did well. Housemarque, they were making games for PlayStation before Returnal. It wasn't until after Returnal release that Sony's like, yeah, we'll get you now. Same thing with Bluepoint, making games for Sony for the longest time. They didn't buy them after Shadow of the Colossus. They're like, nah, we'll get you after Demon Souls on the PS5. Like, the thing is that they never kind of pre-purchased or pre-ordered a developer. They never pre-ordered. I know. There you go, Kyle. That's next. Jade Raymond and Fair Games. She's the guy from Terminator, from the Total Recall right now with the sweat dripping down her face. I'm telling you right now, like, Fair Games is up next. Hell, they'd even purchased the Helldivers 2 studios after they did this stuff, after that game was a success. I would have. But the fact that they purchased them and now own the studio with a game that is like loss, $400 million. They came in with $200 million. They dropped another $200 million to get the game into Phil Spencer. Would you ship that, State?
Would you ship that? What you just played?
And then they had to spend probably more time and stuff. And this was early last year when service games weren't doing too hot. Like, this is just a bad decision all around. And it's unfortunate that people may lose their jobs from it. Well, the Concord director steps down, and now they feel layoffs. So sources claim that Ryan Ellis has moved to a support role within the studio. So, Kotaku.
We ain't found shit.
All right, I don't know about Kotaku, but we'll talk about it. We'll just see what it is. We'll play it by ear. It's a Friday. We'll be loose-goosey on this one. Kotaku reporting here. Sources told the publication that Ellis announced that he'll be moving to a support role within the studio after the AA shooter was pulled from sales less than 2 weeks after release. He believed in the project, quote, and bringing players together through the joy of it. Regardless, there's been things that could have been done differently throughout development. He's a good human and full of heart. And yeah, it's a shame. These are real people, real jobs, things like that. But yeah, exactly, Nick. This is what it is, right?
It was a disaster, Ryan.
It's a disaster.
It was a train wreck.
A train wreck.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
This
It was
bad.
a train wreck. It was a disaster, Ryan.
This is just bad news,
It was
man.
a train wreck.
It was a train wreck, a disaster, Ryan. Herman Holt split his pants in this one. I don't even think he was doing a split. After all that million, just think about it. Now, first off, it was 8 years in development, which I think got clarified. It's not 8 years. It's about 4 years or something like that. Outside Gaming Night member of 13 months. Yo. Fall walking towards the unemployment line. Oh, shit. Pull no punches.
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist, because I'm going to ram it into your stomach
number
and break
one
your goddamn
customer.
spine.
Yo, man, this is the problem. This is the problem when, like, I'm just so surprised that just hearing what Colin Moriarty said about how this game wasn't even in a shippable state when Sony threw more money at it, another $200 million to make it a $400 million. It seems unlike them. It seems forced. It seems like there was some sort of pressure. And this is what I'm saying. There was some sort of pressure. Whether it was from the moves that the Activision was doing with Microsoft, whether it was their investors, their stockholders asking Sony, where's our service games? Where's our long-term routine monetization of the service games? Everybody seems to be getting into service games. Where's ours? We spend all this money of times where we're in development and we're not releasing anything, and then we drop that banger. It sells crazy, has great legs, but then kind of we go back down. Like, where's that consistent revenue stream that we would like to get from a service game that people keep throwing money at? Maybe they got pressure from there, but it seems very, very interesting that this seemed very knee-jerk reaction. The fact that they would invest money in a game that really wasn't even looking good. Herman Holtz was saying it was like he was hyping this game up, man. Herman Holtz, man, too many goddamn margaritas on the yacht. I'm sorry, Herman Holtz. You're drinking too much on that yacht. You got to tone it down. Andrew Wilkins with the 5. Concord actually is a good game. It was about as enjoyable to play as Helldivers 2 is. Can't say PlayStation doesn't know good games based off of this. Yeah, no. I'm just saying the approach that they made, Andrew, is that was unlike them. Like, this wasn't proven for them to invest in this stuff. Maybe they did see potential, but like what Colin was saying, he was saying that, dude, like they were trying to get it to the MVP state.
That no, like there was nothing about how players get on, like how they make their character.
None of this was
stuff,
there.
Or, you know, choose their character and get there, and monetization. 2 very expensive, very specific and boutique things that happen to games like this. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to say, is that it's not only about the ongoing cost, which would be in the millions to keep the game going per month, but that the game cost about $400 million to make, soup to nuts. Sony put most of that money in, and it is not only so, because we had kind of said like this must be Sony's biggest loss ever on a game, and it is. It's the biggest game Sony's ever released from a budgetary standpoint from the first party or second party.
Oh,
so let that sink in.
Holy spirits!
Crazy.
And it's totally unintuitive.
Hold on.
There are
Holy
games
Spirit,
that are in development right now.
activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Maybe what happened here? It froze up there. But yo, that is crazy. But think about it. It is one of the biggest blunders. They released it, and then they refunded it. Dude, that didn't even happen with Cyberpunk. They just took it off the store. They were offering refunds, but man, they erased this game from existence. They made a controller for it. Here we go.
Who ever talk about Star Wars like project is that there was, and I think we can kind of get this vibe from just the nature of the people making it and kind of the way the game reads and all that, a toxic positivity vibe. You weren't allowed to say anything apparently internally about this game.
What?
About how like something's wrong with it, character designs are not right, and so on and so forth. They really truly believe this was Hermen Hulst's baby, apparently.
What?
And he internally was himself a massive champion of the game. So it's not that. So the reason I'm telling
what? Disappointed, Hermen! Hermen, you piece of shit! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What are we doing here?
Gaming.
Hermen! Hermen! Get your ass in here!
French or something because of your accent.
What accent? Great ass!
Hermen, yo. Dude, he was in a fucking turtleneck when he saw this game. There was no buttons undone for this one. Hermen's baby? Holy shit. Him and Phil need to go to dinner. Holy shit. Talk about Crackdown and Concord. Not like this. Not like this. Too much yacht time. Too many margaritas. Too much time in the jacuzzi. Hermen, you better straighten your shit out, man. That's it. There's no quality splits here. You're quality shits. Paging Hermen. Hermen, I am very disappointed in you. Very disappointed. It's your baby and nobody's allowed to talk about it. So Hermen Hulst was running around the studios doing drop kicks instead of to sue. Intended to sue. Hermen Hulst was going around doing this.
It was a disaster.
Hermen Hulst was giving drop kicks to people that said anything bad about Concord. Hermen! Dude. Yo, maybe that's why we haven't heard from his ass. He was kicking people in the face that said anything bad about Concord. There you go. That's it. Somebody slipped him to Phil Ness. Herman Munster. Oh, man, I never thought we'll say it, but we got to document it, Grinders. 9/20/2024. We officially now have something that I thought we would never say in the Gaming Grindhouse, but we're going to have to say it now. I am sorry to say. This is actually ridiculous. We have had full-blown Herman Ness.
Great circle is
Herman Ness is officially now part of the Gaming Grindhouse. Maybe it's the turtleneck. Maybe it is, but we officially got Herman Ness. It is. It's it. The one Ness that we haven't got. We had Hitoki Ness, but now we got Herman Ness. You do not talk about Concord. It is a great game. I'll give you drop kick. Yo. Herman Ness. There it is, Grinders. It's official. It's an official tag in the Gaming Grindhouse. Herman Ness. You do not talk about Concord. I give you drop kick. Where's that? Yo.
Telling you all of this. It's some interesting information, of course, but it's that I had said when people were like, Concord lost $200 million. Now, people were pulling that money out because that's basically how much like some of the first party games like Ghost of Tsushima, The Last of Us Part 2, etc., kind of cost in that frame. And I was like, there's no way that it costs that much. I was saying like it cost 9 figures probably, like low $100 million, but there's no way it cost $200 million. No, it cost $400 million.
Holy shit.
And I am totally solid on this source, by the way. So that's why I'm willing to share it with you. Because again, I'm not really a journalist. So yeah, the big things to take away: $400 million loss. The game was in horrible shape as of 18 months ago before release. Not even monetization, no onboarding, most content not even there. The game was in such bad shape at that point that they spent the budget of it again in urgent outsourcing to get the game finished.
And they made a freaking controller for the game.
From all of these different angles over an 18-month period. Internally, the game was considered part of the future of PlayStation with heavy cross-media references and a system of toxic positivity surrounding it that didn't allow anyone to meaningfully change the course of the game.
Damn.
Because if the people at the top truly believe in something, you're not going to be able to do much about that, I don't think, from the trenches. So I thought people would be interested in that.
That's crazy. So $400 million. Toxic positivity, as this was Herman's baby. Herman Ness. Insane. And spent that much money, dude, on a game that they didn't even have planned. And because this was their future. And if you remember, back when we were talking about Concord, it was like, how did they not read the room? Like, that was the thing. Like, the game wasn't something that was bad in the sense of gameplay wise. Like, it was pretty polished, but you could see the way they rolled it out was like, oh, we're going to do weekly video content. We're going to do all this. Like, we're going to do like almost like this kind of cross media type thing that he's alluding to. And this is kind of like the future. Like, we'll integrate some sort of narrative movie along with the game. Microsoft did that with the they tried to do it at Alan Wake. They did that with Quantum Break, and it was just this like, oh, we're gonna have we'll have these like weekly little snippets, which were stupid anyway. And on top of that, and it was just like they didn't read the room, and now it kind of makes sense. And again, if this is real in the sense that it makes sense in the way that you weren't allowed to talk bad about the game, and this was their future. It wasn't that they didn't read the room. They knew exactly what the room was. They just didn't want to listen. Sounds like somebody else. Right? Sounds like the sins of the Phil Ness are rubbing off on Herman Ness. That's what it sounds like. It's his Star Wars. Holy shit. He said, Herman says the Star Wars. You better go watch the OG Star Wars then. So, shout out to Stonewall, the 5 gaming VIP grinders. Thank you, man. I really appreciate Stonewall. Thank you so much, man. Hopefully the gaming grinders get that. Use those emojis. Wow. So like the crazy thing is that they just didn't read the people, like, and this was along the lines like I said before, like when people were criticizing Redfall for coming out for 30 frames. I'm like, how do you still go ahead with this? Obviously, the leadership believed and they needed it for something. And this is the same thing. Herman and the leadership at Sony believed that this was their future. No, we'll have a service episodic cross-media type thing. We'll have some sort of video snippets with the gameplay. And this is great to where we want to go with these kind of things. $400 million. Are you friggin' kidding me? Well, I told you this. I said this before. Sony's going to fuck around and find out. Good on them. I'm glad they lost all that fucking money. Good on them. I'm glad, Sony. I'm glad you lost all that fucking money because now you need to now scramble and get your shit together. I am glad because that's what's going to hurt them when they make stupid decisions and force us a round peg in a square hole. So good on them. Fuck them. I'm glad they lost their money and enjoy. And now dig your hole out of it. The unfortunate thing, though, is that people are going to have to lose their jobs because Herman and stupid executive teams believed that this game was the thing when everybody was saying, we don't want it. No, thank you. This is not doing well. After the friggin' beta, they should have said, they still forced it out. They're like, oh, no, here's some weekly updates. Here's a controller. Stop it. Like, enough. There you go. Huggy, get in here. Where the fuck's Huggy? He needs to drop his stop it enough. Not only to Microsoft. Stop. Enough. Tell them. Tell Sony. Stop enough. Get back to what you do, you stupid dumb bastards. Cut it out. And I'm going to tell you right now. Stop with this cross-media bullshit. Because nothing comes great out of that. When you just, so don't take The Last of Us and this and these movies and all. Stop that shit. Because if you start building things with that in mind, the games are going to suffer. That's the problem. So cut that shit out because this is an exact example. If you start building games going, oh, we'll make it a movie. We'll make it this. We'll make action figures. We'll make little alarm clocks. We'll do this. Merchandising. And if you start building games for fucking merchandising, you know, now we're going to be in trouble. We'll run around Sony headquarters like this.
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Open up this door. Come, walk this way. Take a look. We put the picture's name on everything. Merchandising. Where the real money from the movie is made. Spaceballs the t-shirt. Spaceballs the coloring book. Spaceballs the lunchbox. Spaceballs the breakfast cereal. Spaceballs the flamethrower. The kids love this one.
Holy shit. Those are quotes right from Sony headquarters. There it is. Quotes from Sony headquarters. That's what they're building the games. Like merchandising with Concord on shirts and movies. Get the hell out of here. Take your shit and take a walk. And you know what? This is the thing. They're doing remasters, games as a service. Dude, they're gonna learn. They're gonna put their shit on PC, having it run better. Now trying to sell expensive consoles. With look, it's blurry here, it's clear here. You know what? You're losing it, dude. You're losing it. You're doing good things with the hardware, the anniversary and all that other shit. But you're still not delivering on what you used to deliver on. Like, you're still holding that shit down. Like, where is that shit? And are we fools for thinking that shit still exists? Because if Herman believes this is the future, if this was the future of Sony, this was their baby. If this is what they're believing in, then Grinders, let me ask you a question. What the fuck is the next showcase or show from Sony going to be? Remasters, third-party remakes, timed exclusives. What the hell are they doing? Are we gonna be in for a rude awakening if Sony starts showing the next games and they are all just not what we expect because they have some alternative future that they're predicting, dude? I have no clue. I don't know. Yeah, Toyko was talking for that too, like this whole cross thing. Not your mother. I know. Like so I'm a bit nervous as to what is their next step. Like, are we sitting here thinking they're cooking, and meanwhile they're making goddamn lettuce wraps? And we're like, oh shit, I thought I was gonna come out here and get some filet mignons. They're gonna be coming out here with goddamn crackers and cheese. This is our future. It's crackers and cheese. It's like, no.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Come on, man.
I just need it.
This is the lamb.
Where's the lamb sauce?
Where's the fucking lamb sauce, Herman? Where's the lamb sauce? I don't know, man. Jim D. Herman's gonna personally drop kick each PS5 Pro into the living rooms as incentives. I don't know. I hope we're not thinking that they're cooking something. They're gonna come out with cheese and crackers. So I don't know, man. And now, like, this state of play now is gonna be a Days Gone remastered and then a Horizon remastered. Oh shit! Whoa! And third party pre-order today, $700, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. They got shooken up. I don't know. I just don't understand. This is the thing I don't understand. And I never understood this about some of the things that Sony did. You know, I never understood this. That's right, Twisted. This is what I don't understand. You have the recipe you have the recipe. You're riding high. You know exactly what's selling, what's moving, what's doing this, and you still want more. And you're diverting, and in your diversion, you're hurting the stuff that you did that made you successful. Like, it is a hubris of anything. They had a chance to even stomp out, like, Microsoft, just like, yo, release this, drop the price $50, smoke them out. Xbox is done. You don't have to worry about them anymore. But instead, they always kind of kept them around. It's like, oh no, here's ours. We're going to increase the price $50. It's like, why? Smoke them out, bitch. Like, they're done. Phil's on the ropes. Royal Rumble. He's like this. We're still learning. He's on the fucking ropes. You could give him the goddamn. You could blow on him like this, and Phil will fall over the ropes and be over. That's it. And instead, you're like, you know what? We'll increase the price of the Slim $50. Why? What are you doing? Smoke them out. They're done. What are you doing? You just keeping them around like a fucking housefly. You're keeping them around. Smoke them out. They're done. Why are you keeping them around? You had the recipe. Boom. People asking you every single time, we want this. We want this. We want the DLC of Spider-Man. Like, tease this shit. Where is it? How the fuck does Spider-Man come out for over a year and we don't have any announcements of DLC at all? You did DLC for Horizon. You did DLC for God of War. Spider-Man, the biggest franchise that you friggin' have, and you are not shouting from the rooftops that more content is coming to Spider-Man 2. Like, they've been quiet too. They've been quiet too. And now you just go into your archives and remaster games that just came out. If you want to go remaster something, go remaster fucking Killzone 2. Go remaster Infamous. You want to remake and remaster it and do it right. Like, go remake something that needs a remake. No fucking Days Gone. Horizon, you already put it on PC. It got the remake. Like, why are you looking at the last few years for remakes and not go back and do those remakes? Go remake that shit. Go remake Infamous. Go remake PlayStation All-Stars, bitch. You want to celebrate your IP, Hitoki, you dumbass. Go take PlayStation All-Stars and remake that shit. Add your new franchises into it. You want something to celebrate your stuff. Like, look at how people appreciated Astrobot and the way it recognized their things. Go make PlayStation All-Stars. Get ahead. You want a service game? Fuck that. Go do that. Bloodborne needs a remake and remaster. People have been saying, I didn't even play the goddamn game and like it. I don't even play those games. And I know that people want a Bloodborne remaster. They've been saying it since the game came out. They wanted 60 frames in that game since it launched. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? But no. And that's where a lot of the hostility came. SOCOM shit. Yeah, right? Like, come on. They own fucking Evo. Unknown. PlayStation All-Stars. There you go. Put it next to Smash. I don't know. Do something with that shit. But you put this thing out. This is your baby, you dumbass Herman Holtz? This is your baby? Well, there you go. This is your future? Like I said, FAFO, Sony. FAFO. Keep poking at the bullshit and you're going to get the shit. You know? Keep poking at the ass. What's going to come out? Shit's going to come out. Keep poking. Keep poking, you dumbasses. I'm glad you lost $400 million. I'm glad. Good. I'm glad. Now, don't increase the prices, you dumbasses, of everything to try to make your money back. Because that's what I feel like they're going to do. They're going to charge us more fucking money to make up for their losses. And they're going to fire people, too. Well, you're the dumbasses that bought somebody on a game that wasn't ready for shipping. You're the problem. You bought Bungie, and they're a disaster right now. You think $40 Marathon is going to save anybody? Come on now. Come on. But that is pretty damn disturbing, dude. That is pretty damn disturbing that they didn't kind of like pussyfoot around this game. Like, hey, let's try it as an experiment. Like, they were gung-ho throwing money at this game, believing that this was their future and this sort of like media thing. It's pretty wild. 400 million, which is crazy. So, listen, like I said, FAFO. Next up, Fair Games. That's the next one. That's the next one up there is Fair Games. We'll see how that goes. Let's see if they change and pivot. Hopefully, Herman lets people listen to criticism. But that is insane. If that report is true from Cole Moriarty, it sounds like, you know, he spoke to somebody on that thing. We heard about the director and he fears layoffs. Dude, we knew that game is not coming back. But this is just an epitome of this kind of Sony hubris that I feel like they may have with their software. Like, I think they're doing well with their hardware and kind of releasing things that people want and things like that. But their software their future software this service shit was not a good experiment at all. And it's not working. This PC console day one service shit. And I told you this before. I said the issue when you take, and even he was saying in there, like outsourcing, a lot of outsourcing. Listen, when you make a game for PC and console, when you're traditionally first party and you're used to working only on a console, and now you got to integrate the incorporation of PC and variables to launch on day one. I told you, I said this 7 goddamn years ago on this channel, right here. You're spreading yourself too thin. Have your Nixus, do your PC port later, but it's going to be hard to sell more powerful hardware when people could play your games already on infinite powerful hardware. So Sony's going to FAFO with the PS5 Pro as well, because people are going to be showing their game running better and having to tone it down for the Pro, when the Pro could be the only show in town to show your game running the best. Now you're in trouble. So we'll see what the adoption of the new PS5 Pro, more powerful hardware, when your game's already living on more powerful hardware, infinite powerful hardware. That's going to be a different caveat this time around. Secondly, the service shit. What is this stuff? And now your service game is split day one PC and console. Well, you're spreading yourself thin. Does that mean the quality dips? Does that mean, what does that mean? Does that mean that now you're spread too thin and you can't really ship it out there at the quality or at the feature set that you want? I don't know. This is what they're going to mess around with. And I tell you, it's going to take hits like this, $400 million in the pocket, to make them realize, like, oh, yeah, that's going to be a problem. So it does send a message. It sends a message, maybe the day one PC maybe is not the best idea for everything. Because just by and this is another proof of everything that I've said here. And a lot of these fails are similar to what Microsoft has experienced as well. But putting games on PC and console on the same day for studios that maybe traditionally don't do that, maybe it's not the best thing. And it didn't save you. See, this whole fallacy of like, I put my game, access to more people means more people to play my game. It sounds good on paper. It sounds good to the ignorant. The ignorant heads of the company that think that, oh yeah, put it on 100 million devices. That will be great. That means we should expect about threefold in sales, right? Wrong. You actually got worse. You probably would have been better off putting this trash on goddamn PlayStation before. But now, you put it everywhere. PC, console, more people to play, and nobody was playing it. Isn't that a crazy hubris or a turn of events? Like, you're going to put this on console and all those millions and billions of PCs day one? And what happens? Look at that. And then you look even at what God of War just released on PC. Sony didn't even market it. They didn't even, they just made an announcement, just kind of just dropped on PC. They had about like 10,000 people playing it. Review bombed like crazy, like a 66 review of your most elite, prestigious God of War. For what? Because they're complaining about PSN linking, which is another fuck up that you made as well. You weren't clear about it. You made the Helldivers guys bypass it, setting the precedent that you don't need a PSN. And then you reactivate it to that and say everything moving forward, single player included, needs a PSN login. You just create the precedent right there. Yes, it's silly that that's an issue, but you want to know what? You made it an issue because you allowed the developer to bypass it and not make it a necessity. But you wanted it a necessity. Well, FAFO, Sony. Now you created the precedent that, hey, you don't need to use PSN to play these games. We did it months with Helldivers too. No, we want it. Well, you just ruined your goodwill over there on PC, so enjoy every friggin' PlayStation game that comes out. You're going to get review bombed. Enjoy. Because that's an issue. And then Ragnarok. That's what I said, you king. Like, go ahead. They're like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Because I'm telling you, as soon as it hits them in the bank and they see their console slow down and the PC uptick and you know, and their games, like, you know, not doing super well, they'll find out. And they got to reel it in. But there you go. But there it is. Like, it's not, I don't even know. Let me see. It was doing like numbers, I think. God of War, Ragnarok, PC, Steam DB. Let's see. Yeah, they got 25,000 in game right now. But look at the reviews, 62. Shh. And actually, I heard it's a good port. Like, there's a number of people playing it, which is good. It's not no Concord numbers. But the reviews. Oh, geez, 62% negative. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with the PSN. It's your prestige. Let's see. Can I see it? What they are? I got to sign in. I don't want to sign in. But you know, that prestige. You know what I mean? We talk about Gordon Ramsay a lot here. And Gordon Ramsay, like, you know, oh, you know what? You over there, you could get my beef Wellington, but you can make it. Here's my recipe. Do whatever you want. No quality control. I'm not going to go over there and see and make sure that it tastes exactly like mine. Now you got bootleg beef Wellington. the prestige of your name and your beef Wellington could be tarnished because a person could be sampling it from that place that you allowed to, and now the prestige, the elite, the quality expectation is diminished because you let other people without controlling it. You know? But now you got people review bombing this thing, maybe not for the quality of the game it is, maybe not for the port, but because of some bullshit antics that you implemented. Is it good? Your God of War sitting there with a 62 Steam rating? Makes it, I want to, you know. It's crazy. But like I said, Sony FAFO. And that's going to be echoed throughout here because I'm telling you, they're going to learn. And they had plenty of opportunities to change. They have plenty of opportunities to pivot and change and adjust. And the market is telling them that. But they don't want to hear it. Just like what what Colin was saying, when Herman said about the Concord. Toxic positivity. You couldn't talk bad about the game. Like, hey, this, not this. The feedback was like, no, I don't want to hear it. This game will be great. I will split my way to the championship. No, Herman, you're not splitting this time. You split your pants. You gotta go to the tailors on this one. Well, I'm gonna tell you, Sony, don't make the same mistake Microsoft made. Remember, Microsoft has a whole money bank of Satya. They'll shut it all down. You don't have that failsafe. So when you get when you lose $400 million in an investment and a studio, and think about it, it's not only $400 million in Concord, but it's also $400 million in addition to hiring a studio and owning a studio with benefits and employees. Like it is, if they do lay off Firewalk, if they do, like this will be the not only a huge game loss, but this will be a huge. What's up to that second, Kev? How you doing, man? This will be a huge. Also refusing to sign. Taris, what do you mean? Who's refusing to sign? But what I'm saying is, like, not only is this $400 million, right? But on top of that, they're going to lose employees, their studio that they bought, man. They bought the studio. They own them. Welcome to the family bullshit. Without seeing what you're doing. Welcome to the family. Who's welcoming anybody without asking them questions? Coming in here with $200 million used, and now here's another $200 million. Yo, it's not even just going to be the game. It's going to be the employees, the benefits. All that stuff is shutting down a studio. It's going to be crazy. $80 billion. Oh, shit, be 80 billions. But, dude, it's wild. It is wild, dude. And when he was saying, like, hey, $200 million, that was like for Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima 2, and you're thinking, wait, we got those games for $200 million, and you're telling me they spent $200 million and Sony threw another $200 million on top of that, and you got a game that got refunded and canceled in 3 weeks. They're trying their best to deflect it, but you know, I'm sorry, like you could show all the friggin' hardware that you want, but you know, you stop delivering on what you used to do, and you're going to lose people. You're going to lose this. See you, Twisted. Oh my God, what's this? Yeah, I'm sure. That one. Now let's go to the other side. I tell you, I don't remember a time when executives like got in this bad like when gaming was just gaming, right? And it's just, dude. So let's go to the other side. Phil Ness, right? Sarah Bond did an interview with Dina Bless. You know, her, this is Dina is like Sarah Bond's that guy from Dina is like, that's the lady who interviewed her when after they did the firings and the layoffs and stuff like that, and asked her about this, and she was just like, oh man. So Dina has it out for Sarah Bond, man. She asked her the hard questions. I don't know yet, boy. He's not defending this, but he says Sony has a budget. Dude, that's a big-ass budget. That's a big-ass budget. Oh, you refuse to sign in and look at the reviews. No, I don't have a Steam DB account, so I didn't want to sign in there. I could go to Steam and read the reviews if you want. But I don't know if we want to go down that path. I figure we move on to Sarah Bonds. What would you say you do here? So, yeah, man. So this interview, Bloomberg, came out and they asked Sarah Bond a bunch of stuff. And she was, I think she's not having it anymore. So Tom Warren pulled this thing out because it's all protected, obviously. People are trying to make a buck on this stuff. But this was pretty wild. So, hear this. I'm going to read this here. At first, Bond and Spence's personal styles clashed, and the two sought out Microsoft Human Resources chief Kathleen Hogan for coaching. An unusual, Phil needs coaching. He's always learning. An unusual step that Hogan found admirable. Bond recalls Spencer and others at Microsoft telling her that her tendency to push the envelope and not let something go was new to them. Oh, shit.
You hear me, right? Con men, thieves, degenerates, lowlifes, thugs, criminals.
Oh, man. You say we just forget we did. No wonder Phil's still learning. No wonder Phil's still learning.
Black Ops 6 day one Game Pass.
Black
That's
Ops
pretty
6,
sweet,
dude.
right?
No wonder he's still learning. He just forgets. It's like, well, wait a second. What? Not let something go. Feels like I let shit go all the time. I just did a whole storyboard interview. No, he's forgetful learning. True, Virgil.
I can go directly to Blackness.
He's forgetful learning. That's why he's always learning, because he's always fucking forgetting about what he learned. Because that's something new. The quote's right there. The quote's right fucking there. Microsoft told Sarah Bond pushing the envelope and not letting something go was new to them. Phil Spencer's used, oh no, we got to let it go. Just forget about it. But then when it comes back, he goes, oh shit, I'm still learning. It's forgetful learning. That's Phil Ness learning. It's selective learning. He's not learning shit because he keeps letting things go and not having regrets and not learning from them and adjusting. That's what Sarah Bond pushed the envelope and not let something go was new to them. And then she found that Spence's communication style was sometimes left her unsure of what he actually wanted from her. At one point, she stuck a Post-it note to her computer with some advice about interacting with him. She had to have a Post-it note to interact with the Phil Ness. The quote was, I'm not being paid to do what he says. I'm being paid to do what he meant. Oh, man. That is the evidence of
Philness.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
Oh no! We suck again!
Oh, my God, dude. Floyd says, the main part of a goldfish is the memory is always resetting. Exactly, dude. Phil doesn't know what he's talking about. She's not supposed to do what he says, but to do what he meant. What I meant was, what I was saying was, what I can't say was, what I think I want was, what I think I said was. Dude, you imagine working for somebody as wishy-washy as that shit? And what's interesting is that her thing is, listen, this is another telling sign of Sarah Bond. The other part of that quote, The other part of that quote, not do what he says, but do what he meant. But look at the first part of it. I'm not being paid. Oh, shit. Wait a second. That sounds like this is some sort of like, this is not your passion. This is not something you really want to do. This is just you're getting paid to do some bullshit, right? Like, would you go to work and if you dismiss, if it's not something you really like to do, like, do you look at it as like, I get paid to listen to you. I get paid to talk to you. I get paid to do. Who walks around talking like that? Somebody who doesn't give a fuck about that place. That's what somebody is. Somebody that was just put in that position for some unknown reason to just do something and get paid and leave. Where's the gaming passion? Where's the whole, like, this is the gaming division. This is not Microsoft spreadsheets. This is the gaming. This is where passionate gamers are. You go out and meet with the fans and cry with the babies and hug the grandmas, all this stuff. But you're looking at it as like, I'm not getting paid to do this. Really? That don't sound like somebody that's passionate about gaming. It's somebody's like, I'm doing this because I want to do this. I'm doing this because I love gaming. That's the lead of Xbox saying, I'm not getting paid to do what he says. I just work here. Exactly. So I think that's pretty telling in her quote. Michael says he does it every day. Exactly. I'm not getting paid to do what he says. Instead of coming back and going, I'm doing because I want to do it. I'm getting paid to do what he meant. I'm being paid. I'm being paid. Interesting. An interesting kind of quote that you put yourself as sort of like a clarification and stuff. But it also identifies as saying like, Phil don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like this is what I mean. Like their communication, she's just not letting them go. So listen, let me tell you something. This is a perfect situation. What do we do in the grindhouse? We don't let anything go. We bring things back. We go back, look at the receipts, look at what he said and what he meant was. And that's how Sarah Bond was, that she was not letting something go, pushing the envelope, asking more questions, saying, wait a second, Phil, you said this last month and now we're doing this? He didn't like that. To HR. To HR, he says.
Very best work in gaming.
To HR, he said. We're going to HR. But he says we're going to HR. Sarah Bond's like, but wait, Phil, you said we're doing this and this was the vision. Now we're doing this. Like, Phil's like, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Phil's like, let it go. Phil still took out his goddamn Elsa hair. He's like, let it go. Let it go. I never said anything. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Phil, but you just said we're number one in gaming. No, we're not. We're not. Oh, we're last. What? Phil, we're last. What? Yeah, we're last. What I meant was I want to be number one. What? Phil, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the ninjas in here. Phil, hi, Phil. We're not number one. What I meant was the ninjas. Go take care of the business. Phil, what are you talking about? No, I meant we want to be one. But he's like, let it go. Let it go. Phil's screaming, let it go. He's like, I'm still learning. Just let it go. But Phil, like, you want to be consoles, right? But we want to do exclusives. No, we don't want exclusives. But you said you want exclusives. No, not anymore. No. What I meant is that exclusives are nice. What? Yo, he'd be driving her crazy. But letting go, letting something go. See, that's the thing. Phil wants to forget so that he can make an excuse that he's learning. How many times? That's the origins of Phil Ness, is that he lies. He lies. So what does a liar want you to do? Not hold them accountable, not try to catch them in the lie. Instead, just forget that he told you a lie and he's going to tell you a new lie. That's what Phil wants you to do. He wants you to. Don't mind Phil of last year. Phil of this year says we got to do a business. A friggin' liar. And because he's clueless. He's wishy-washy. We've seen this, man. Now HR has seen it. Her tendency to push the envelope, which, shit, I wish. Now we won't get Phil, we suck again bullshit, right? But.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Not letting something go. So taking his word for what it was. And then there's her quote. I'm being paid, which sounds very passionate about her job. But she says, I'm being paid to do what he says. I'm not getting paid to do what he says, but getting paid to do what he meant. That's some horse shit right there. That will make you go crazy. What he meant was, what he was saying was, well, Phil, what do you mean? I don't know. Just forget about it. And they went to HR about it. So it goes back to my question, Grinders. Hit that like button. Hit the friggin' like button. That's the one short thing you're going to do. And I mean what I mean, and I said what I mean. There's no wishy-washy bullshit here. But Phil always did this visionary bullshit, even though he knew it wasn't achievable. That's why he wants you to let it go. He wants you to just forget about stuff. Oh, yeah, and you know what? That was last year's flavor. Just like I showed the quote on Wednesday where he's like, when we play, we all win. When you do this, I scratch your ass. And when we do this, we, you know, just like he did all that, like just so dismissive of his one-liners. But they were the bee's knees when he hit that, when he talked about it, right? But now it's like, oh, yeah, it was that. And then we cared about exclusives, but now we don't need exclusives. Exclusives are anti-consumer, but they're not anti-consumer. We want Starfield. No, we want everybody to play. We need PlayStation. We don't need PlayStation. We need this. We need that. It was all over the place. And remember when I asked, I was like, why isn't... Actually, we'll go right to it right here. Right here, Grinders. We'll go right to it. Because... I had the same question, and then I saw the Sarah Bond article, but here he is. Why not? Why not? Why not?
It's Phil Spencer here from...
Oh, there he is. Disney Japan. Oh, boy. Here he is, Phil Spencer Mouse.
Konnichiwa. It's Phil Spencer here from Xbox. And I'd like to invite players in Japan, across Asia, and around the world to tune in to the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2024 broadcast on Thursday, the 26th of September at 7 p.m. Japan Standard Time. We hope you enjoy the show.
This is my question, and I've been saying this all the time. Why is he doing this? He is the executive of Microsoft Gaming. Xbox, it should be Booty and Sarah. Why isn't Sarah leading the Xbox announcement charge? Like, this is what I never understood. Why is it always...
Konnichiwa. It's Phil Spencer here from Xbox.
Why is it Phil Spencer all the goddamn time? Why is it?
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
Exactly.
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
Loves to see himself. Loves to hear himself. Why isn't Sarah making this announcement? Why aren't you using her as a representative of Xbox and Matt Booty as the software guy of the games? Why is it always your Mickey Mouse ass that has to be out there? Hey, everybody, it's Phil Spencer here. Like, shut up. And talk in English, right? Where is the Xbox headquarters president in Japan? Isn't there an Xbox Japan? Where's that guy? Why is he not addressing the Tokyo Game Show? Why is it him? Why is it fucking Phil all the time? He takes the spotlight away from any kind of structure, anything. You gotta put him there, speaking English to Japanese audience. Not even trying. Where is the headquarters guy for Tokyo, Japan? Xbox Tokyo. Isn't there a Japan Asia market for Xbox headquarters? Or no? Where's that guy? He should be addressing his market. Why is it him? Check out our broadcast. Why? Why is it? And if it's not him, why is it not Sarah Bond? Like, why is it not Sarah Bond with Xbox? Like, why? This is what I don't understand. He loves himself.
No, you like to look at yourself on television, you sick son of a bitch. So look at this.
He loves it. He's just, that's it. This is what I mean. And you got Sarah Bond going, well, I'm paid to do what he meant. Holding her down. But it's always him. Always his ass. Welcoming people to Xbox. And what is Xbox, Phil? What is it? What is it anymore? What is Xbox, Phil? He's something else, right? I know El Nini. He's fucking something else, man. He is something else. And then they go around now and they shut down the Xbox Ambassadors program. What? Like, what is the, like, why? Why? The Xbox Ambassadors program. Shut it down. It's shutting it down in October. Let's go to their website. First off, what is the Xbox Ambassadors program? Xbox Ambassadors on a quest to make gaming fun for everyone. Join today and begin to level up for being a positive and welcoming gamer on Xbox. Well, a community for everyone. We love Xbox community, and if you're here, you do too. Xbox Ambassadors represent what a healthy gaming community is all about. Inclusivity, safety, and fun. Gaming with meaning. The ambassadors make an impact by participating in meaningful activities like making friends on Xbox Live. Shit, nobody updated this website. And messaging other gamers. GG, creating environments. So you message them good game to make them feel good. I gotcha. The perks of positive gaming, all impact. So this program is done. And it was so positive that the ambassadors were saying that they don't want the rewards program anymore and they can't afford $20 a month for Game Pass. You guys pumped out. I tried my first pump code when I got my last code. This might be the last time I've ever have Game Pass. They were getting rewards through the ambassadors program for Game Pass. Oh, shit.
Great ass!
What a loving group.
Hold on.
What a loving group.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no. Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Oh, man. Phil's giving Xbox death by 1,000 cuts, dude. A very loving group. They're like, fuck this. I'm not losing my stuff. I'm losing my free Game Pass. Oh, damn. He's losing his free Game Pass. That's what he's losing. There we go. Check out JVB. Shout out to JVB, man. He goes, here you go. This is the lady who created the ambassadors program. Xbox is ending the ambassadors program. They claim it's been around for 13 years. Fact check. I started the Xbox ambassadors program in 2005. So fuck and fuck off. Nice job killing off good stuff. As usual. Hashtag Microsoft sucks.
Oh no! We suck again! Oh no! We suck again! Oh no! We suck again!
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
About console is it's your highest value gamer. It's your person who plays the most, they buy the most.
Forget about what I said. But Phil, you said that. Sarah, forget about it. Forget. Oh shit, they suck again, dude. That's it. So now they're ex-ambassadors. I see myself out. I was still an ambassador. What does this guy say? I can't even zoom in into that shit. I haven't been able to access it for years. Oh man, there's Jose, man. Shout out to JVB, man. Dude, this is wild. She started it out. Dude, they shutting it down, man. Phil says no more free Game Pass. He's coming to collect. Dude, they increased the price of Game Pass. They shut down the ambassadors program. Why? Because those guys were getting rewards to get free Game Pass. Phil's coming to collect. It's a business.
Black Ops 6.
It's a business.
Pretty clean, right?
It's a business.
I would have said I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, most people in this room have probably been used to spending 60, 70 bucks on it every year now if they're already subscribing to Game Pass. And good to go.
But it's a choice.
It's a choice.
Like, we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like, I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play
Not
with.
slimy.
And not
Don't
try
be
to do slimy platform things to force you to do what I want you to do.
Oh, Phil, don't be slimy. Shut down the ambassadors program, increase the price of Game Pass, no more free Game Pass rewards. Oh, shit.
I can go directly to Black Man.
Yeah, Phil's making for somebody, this is a funny thing. For somebody who said about choice, he's really making the choice for you, right? He's canceling a lot of things. It's like you could go left, right, or straight. And he's like, you know what? Yeah, it's about choice. Go straight, go left, to the right, do whatever you want. Choice. And then he comes back after he says that. He goes, you know what? I'm closing down the left road. I'm closing down the right road. But it's still choice. But Phil, the only road I got is right at the middle. Exactly. Then they neutered the ambassadors. Oh, shit. The ex-ambassador's been neutered. True Virgil, what are your comments about it as an ex-ambassador?
Oh no! We suck again!
Oh, man. Oh, there you go. It's done. No more free Game Pass. Now people are like, I don't want to pay for it anymore. Oh, shit, Phil. Now you're giving people choice. And here you go. Here's more information about the Xbox ambassadors. Affirma, the result. So Affirma is, let's get what this says. So Nib says Affirma is a digital marketing firm tasked with boasting Xbox ambassadors. Says on their site they increased the number of active ambassadors. So here you go. So this is, as a result of Affirma's sustained initiatives and tactics, Xbox increased their number of active ambassadors from 100,000 to over 500,000 users. Powered by new technical innovations and automations, Affirma's marketing campaigns help scale Xbox current community engagement and Xbox ambassador sign-up workflow, as well as improve the functionality of Xbox ambassadors' rewards process.
Gaming.
Oh, man, the rewards, Phil. Phil cashing checks his bank. Phil's writing checks his bank can't cash. Oh, damn. There it is. Phil Ness, everybody. Get him in here. Get Phil Ness in here. Yo, man. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it.
It's coming.
Forget about it.
Black Ops 6, day one Game Pass.
Black Ops. Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Who cares? I am Phil Spencer, and I am winning awards, bitch.
Man, oh man.
Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
So
I can go directly to Blacknuts.
Forget about what he said, right? But Phil, Sarah sit right next to him when he said that. Sarah was sitting next to Phil when he said this bold-faced lie. That's why he don't let her talk. He's like, I pay you to forget. I pay you to forget and do what I meant. What I meant was not do what I do. Sarah Bond was sitting next to this compulsive ass liar, and he said this. She didn't challenge him.
Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
So I look at our.
She's sitting there like, shit, how much do I get paid again? To forget? She gets paid to forget. She gets paid to forget. Dude, they needed marketing groups to grow their ambassadors program. That's how wonderful it was. Because, if the thing was great, it would just grow on its own. Nah, let's get Infirma to grow it for us. And we'll give them rewards. Now they can't afford Game Pass, and he's shutting it down. And guess what? They're shutting it down just like they shut down Mixer, just like they're shutting down the ambassadors program. October 15th, we're done. That's it. He gave you 30 days. Figure out how you're going to pay for Game Pass. And there you go. There you go. Dude, this is wild. This ambassadors. And then you paid to forget, Sarah. You paid to forget. And then we got this thing came out. Again, we need what are we doing here? Friday. It's a what are we doing here Friday? Yo. This is wild. Then let's see what they wrote here. Here's another. I think this is from the article as well. So, as a gaming unit, it's operating under a challenging set of revenue and profit goals, according to people familiar with the Xbox business who declined to be named while discussing private financial matters. As Xbox moves away from its sole focus on console gaming, it finds itself at more odds with a particular vocal segment of its custom consumer base. Earlier this year, Xbox announced it would make versions of its games previously exclusive to Xbox available on the Switch and PlayStation. The move shouldn't have mattered to Xbox's own customers, who's enjoyed Sea of Thieves. Theoretically, has little to do with whether someone can play it on another device. But many gamers seem to think buying a console is taking a side, not at least those Xbox gamers who stayed loyal despite its third place position. One Xbox blogger referred to the move away from exclusivity as a breach of trust and credibility. A bootleg Jez, a Microsoft blogger for Windows Central, it felt like a slap in the face. He better be a blogger when he said that, because then he won't be no journalist. Quote, Sony and Nintendo wouldn't do that, he wrote. There's the blogger. There's the blogger. Oh, shit.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Bullshit.
There you go. There's your blogger. Oh, man. Oh, man. Listen, the blogger. Yeah, he wasn't a journalist then making those kind of statements. He's not a journalist in that hat. And he's not wearing the journalist hat. The blogger. Listen. It is all messed up, dude. It is messed up. They are a disaster, dude. They are a mess. Get him in here. Get him in here. No, not Herman. Drop kicking quality games.
It was a disaster.
There we go. That's more like it. It's a disaster, Ryan.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
Absolute train wreck.
It was a disaster.
Zoinks.
It was a disaster.
Disaster, Ryan. Disaster.
It was a
disaster,
Ryan.
The train wreck. Dude, they are coming to collect. So we got Microsoft in financial hell. The company that had all this money, they are just just cutting stuff left and right. They are coming out with high, expensive consoles that have no new features in them, just more memory, but $600. And grinders, if you don't follow me on the twits, on the X, on the things, let me show you a little thing that we got here for pocket watches that everybody seemed to not talk about here. Well, nobody seemed to talk about this stuff, but grinders, the grindhouse here never forgets here. Here we go. That's right. We'll be good at it. We're the Sarah Bonds of the gaming industry. Here we go. We don't forget. There you go, grinders. Look at this. A Microsoft Xbox Series X with 24 months of Xbox Game Pass. Releases on September 8th, 2024. Let's take a Price is Right guess on this one. 2 years of a service that you don't know when these games are coming day one, but you got 2 years of it. Let's go see. This is not the stripper glitter Xbox. What's up, John Wayne? How you doing, man? Hit that like button, everybody, coming on in here. Subscribe if you're new. We're on our way to 3,000. We are doing a Price is Right. What do we think this costs? A blatant old-ass Xbox. 1 terabyte, not the stripper glitter. 1 terabyte Xbox with 24 months of Game Pass Ultimate. 2 years. I'm not going to tell you what happens after the 2 years. Let's go. Let's do a little Price is Right music here. Slow reveal.
It's coming. Oh, PlayStation.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
I'll get you more pumpkin. I'll ram it right up your fucking ass. Would you like it whole or diced? I'll get you more pumpkin. I'll ram it right up your fucking ass. Would you like it whole or diced?
$899.99.
25.
It's coming.
Again, Gordon Ramsay.
I'll get you more pumpkin. I'll ram it right up your fucking ass. Would you like it whole or diced?
$900 for a Xbox that costs $499, not the stripper glitter one. $499 and 2 years of Game Pass. 2 years of the subscription cost as much as the friggin' console itself. Actually, you're getting a $100 deal because if you went and bought an Xbox Series X and subscribed for Game Pass for 2 years, it would be $500. They're actually saving you $100 by buying this bundle because it will be almost $250 because we're talking about $20 a month. $900 and you don't own shit. What happens after it's 2 years of gaming you just paid for? What happens after 2 years? Well, thank you very much. What happens to my $400 extra that I paid for the 2 years of Game Pass? Well, thank you very much. Yes, this is from Best Buy's website. Go to Best Buy and just search up consoles. There you go. This is the bundle from Best Buy's website. There you go. Microsoft Xbox. I thought it was the Galaxy one. It's not even that one. 2 years of games. Thank you. Well, what happens after 24 months?
Wait, just wait till E3 there will be a showcase, but I can't wait when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with perfect.
What happened? Where's the... Who's this for? We don't want it. We don't want it. Too much money. Just buy a PC. Where all the buy the PCs? What happened? Oh, I don't have to buy it? Oh, what happened? $900 for the old ass Xbox and 2 years of a fucking rental service. 2 years of a service. The service costs $400 because the console's $5. You could get it cheaper, like $450 if you just buy the console by itself. They are pricing 2 years of Game Pass at $400. Dude, 2 years of a subscription for $400. The fuck is this, cable? Is this cable? Dude, it is insane. They value Game Pass, and that's great. That's a deal. That's a deal. Now with the new $20 price point. Dude, $20. That's expensive as shit for a subscription service when they don't even tell you when day one is. And meanwhile, they neutered the shit out of the other one at $16. That thing's neutered to hell. They went back and said all the games were released in the last 2 years, we're pulling them out to force you to upgrade because it's about choice.
I got 6 day one games.
Choice.
Pretty clean, right? Like,
some people said I wouldn't do that.
It's a choice, right, Phil? It's a choice. So you chose to go to Game Pass Basic, the new standard tier, and pull out Starfield and 40 other games. Starfield. The new Call of Duty just dropped in there, dude. You went back and you went into Game Pass Standard and gutted it with 41 games over the last 2 years that you removed because they were put in there in day one to entice people to upgrade to this bitch-ass Ultimate. But they are smoking something, talking about almost double the price of the console in service subscriptions. There's no ownership at all. 2 years. And what happens after 2 years? That thanks. Just like that other clown. That Stuart, whatever the hell is, that community guy was like, you could buy a Fire Stick and 1 month of Game Pass and then spend $600 on a Spider-Man statue instead of buying a PlayStation 5 Pro. Dude, what the hell happens after 1 month? Like, who are you trying to entice? Like, what kind of bullshit you spreading? Buy a Fire Stick and 1 month of Game Pass? What happens in month 2? What happens? But where's all the build-up? Like, where's all the rage about a $900 console sitting out there with the subscription service that's double the price? Double the price. And what's crazy is that this visual is actually a deal. Because if you paid two years of Game Pass at $20 a month, grinders, let's do $20 plus tax, right? $20 a month. Let's do our shit, right? Let's do our shit here. Let's do it right now. Let's do $20 a month times, and that's without tax, times the 12. You're looking at $240 a year. So you times that by 2, you're at $480 for 2 years of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. $480. This is saving you $80. This saves you $80. But that puts it in perspective as to how much Game Pass is. But I heard Game Pass.
Mr. Yellow Chair
is the best value in gaming. Value in gaming. $480 that card's worth. The best value. You're spending double in subscriptions and you don't have anything to show for it. You're just renting games for 2 years. And guess what? What happens if the game gets delayed a year and it goes out of your 2 years? What happens if you come to Avowed and it's like, yeah, Avowed's coming at the end of next year. Oh, Perfect Dark was slated for 2025, but it's coming in 26. Uh-oh. Time to subscribe up again. Dude, it is insane. The best value in gaming. Where is all? I need to know. Where's all the? Oh, because where's my build? I would say, yeah, build a PC. For $900, I want to pay $9. It's insane that they are including that. That's what they want you to do. That's the bundle. Hell, if they bundle games with the friggin' console and charge you $600. Hell, if they bundled goddamn Starfield and Forza Horizon 5 and maybe even Halo. Like, heaven forbid they bundle games with the thing. No, Microsoft wants to bundle a $24 subscription card that's worth over $400. That's what they want to sell to you. Hell, if you do a series, and this is not even out yet. This comes out on September 8th. This came out already. Nobody's reviewing it because nobody's silly enough to spend $900. People don't even want to sell this shit for $450. Janky Jones is going to save them, right? Janky Jones. But yeah, insane, right? I was just going through because they put a PS5 Pro placeholder on Best Buy, and I was just looking at the consoles. And I saw this. I'm like, what the hell? Where's all the crazy people going sticker shock? Oh, but you don't have to buy it. Oh, really? Okay. But a PlayStation 5 Pro, you're saying don't do it, right? Like, oh, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. That's insane. And you don't own any games. So for ownership of games, for playing games, like you don't own anything. That's a 2-year rental service that they're attaching to their Xbox. Why don't you just throw Starfield in the box and say, go buy the DLC, Starfield Ultimate Edition or something like that? Like, why are you not putting games with this system? Why are you shoving this stupid thing down people's throats? It's not going to grow. Nobody wants this shit. You're inconsistent with your releases. Your games come out and they're not even worth to buy. Who the hell wants to spend time and play them? The quality that you show is not there. Like, what is the purpose of this? You should be bundling games and accessories with the console, not this waste of shit Game Pass subscription. And then the Leeches program. That's right. The Ambassadors program. They're upset not because of the community that they built with the ambassadors, but they're upset with the free Game Pass that they were getting. Yeah, because guess what? Now you got to go pay $250 a month. Yeah, Microsoft just took your thank you very much. No more rewards for you. Now, hey, you've been telling everybody as an Xbox ambassador how wonderful Game Pass is when your motherfucker was getting it for free. Now, all of a sudden, you got to pay for it, ambassador. And now the message is, oh, I don't think I'm going to afford it anymore now. You know, I've been telling everybody and capping for the stupid service, telling them that it's been great. But you know what? Now that I got to pay for it, I don't think I have enough money. I don't even have rewards anymore. Oh, really? Yeah. This is from their Discord. Running around. Oh, it's a great value. It's great for gamers. It's wonderful. Oh, guess what? All of a sudden now they took your freebie away, and now it's like, this might be the last time I ever try Game Pass, though. I can't afford $20 a month for Game Pass. But you were telling everybody what a great value it was, you lying fucking sack of shit. You false Xbox ambassadors. Like, that's the bullshit. That's the community that they created. They create a community of lies just like him. That's why they love Phil. They love Phil because their lie is just as much as he is. Forget about everything I said about how great Game Pass is. I'm not paying for it. Just like Phil wants Sarah Bond to move on. Don't hold people accountable. Don't remember anything. Don't hold on to things. Just forget about it.
Our Xbox console players are as high this year as they've ever been.
Amazing.
So I look at
Sarah Bond. Don't question me on that. I said what I said. But Phil, I don't think that's. Do you have to go to HR again, Sarah? Do I have to go to HR? Do I have to go to HR again, Sarah? They told you. They don't like you leading stuff. They don't like you pushing the envelope. We don't do that here. We don't push the envelope. We do just enough. And we don't hold on to things. That's not what we do here. Doesn't that sound so strange for a corporation, an Xbox, to tell her that? Don't you think? I'm just thinking about it now. Don't you think that was a definite little real like strange thing to be like pushing the envelope and not letting something go is new to them? Pushing the envelope. Interesting. So you don't want to be better, Phil. You don't want Sarah to make people better and push the envelope and edge people to be better and do more. And you don't want them to not let go of something. You want them to forget. Just forget about what I just said about how we're number one. We're not. But Phil, you're lying. Sarah, do I have to go to HR again? And we don't push the envelope. We do just enough to stay below the radar. We're not doing any better. We're not trying to be better. We're not trying to do anything. We're not pushing anything. We're just going to cruise. Don't you think that those are two very interesting quotes that signify Xbox just with the lack of direction and the lack of quality push? Very interesting. But yeah, here's your ambassador's official announcement to jump back into the ambassadors thing. Now that they can't afford. So this is the official announcement. That's all I wanted to do. Forget about Dr. Phil. Forget about the man behind the curtain. That's what he said. Forget about the man behind the curtain. Forget about them. You don't want to see. Forget about what I just said. Xbox ambassadors making fun for everyone, right? Over the last 13 years, Xbox ambassadors play a key role in fostering connections and positivity. I want to know why the change. Oh, today we're announcing the final season. Oh, there's a fucking season and shit. Of the Xbox Ambassadors program as we continue to integrate its values across our platforms and focus on creating more ways for you directly to influence and impact Xbox for all. Same like, go to Facebook Gaming. We're not doing Mixer anymore. Why the change? Xbox has evolved over the last decade. So here you go. This is the end of a brand. This is the end. Like all the branding. That's why I think it's so strange. Like you end the Xbox Ambassadors program, but then you invite people to see what Xbox is doing at TGS. It's like, Phil. Sarah Bond be saying, Phil, but why we're sending mixed messaging? Like we're shutting down the Ambassadors program because Xbox has evolved into something not Xbox anymore. It's just gaming, Windows gaming. Just say what it is. No. I'm still going to call it Xbox. But when he goes to these events, he's still Xbox. But then when he goes away from the events, it's like, hey, it's Windows gaming. We're not doing much with Xbox anymore. Xbox has evolved. It needs our global community. Players are finding more value in engaging with us in other ways to live in our community values and making Xbox a place, including programs like FanFest, Xbox Insider Program, and Rewards with Xbox. Thanks to the work of this group and the chance for players to experience the joy of gaming as more global, inclusive than ever. And we believe that right now is the right moment to bring the learnings and values of the ambassador community to all of our player engagement programs. Which means, I don't know. It means you're no longer getting rewards for saying how great Game Pass is. That's basically what it is. Exactly, Ryan. Just call it Microsoft Gaming. Stop touting out Xbox like this friggin' carrot of like its shell of its former self. You're canceling the programs. Xbox doesn't even, like, you don't even care about the console anymore. You just throw shit out there. You're bundling it with not even games. You're bundling it with friggin' subscriptions. Not even subsidizing the console. Like shit, it should be $500 with the subscription. That you're paying for the subscription. No, you pay for the console and the subscription for $900. Just change it. Like you're done. But you're done with the freebies. Well, know what's gonna do? Just like the people said, I'm not subscribing to Game Pass. All that good word of mouth that you were getting by giving these people free shit, well, you lost that now. So keep making your bed, dude. This is it, man. This is wild. But then they'll still do like a fan fest and all this other stuff. Man. where Phil will sign your ass. But I told you. It's hard, dude. It's hard for them. Like, I told you, they have put themselves in such a bind. And now they're going to Tokyo. I think next week will be some interesting news. Hopefully we get some good news here. I think this week with the PS5 Pro, the PS5, the anniversary, I think that looks really sharp hardware. That was really incredible what they did there. But it's probably going to be an arm and a leg for especially that Pro console. Pre-orders for the Pro are going to open up next week. So we'll see how that goes, and we'll see what Sony does with this kind of state of play and rolling it out. Apparently, it's not going to be as a big show as that it would be. Dude, I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. It makes you say, like, there's a lot of, like I said, what are we doing here? It really just kind of grinds my gears. It just like both of them. I just like, you just want to go and get them both and just get them both slaps. Like, stop. Just do your shit, man. Stop trying to be something you're not. Like, Microsoft, you're not good at gaming. You're not good at games. You don't know. You want to do all your Microsoft Satya bullshit. Sony, you're not good in pivoting and making these multiplayer service games. Like, this is not good for you. Like, do not bet the bank on this shit. If you want to do one, that's fine, but don't do like a bunch of them and buy studios and invest all this money in a fucking take a chance. And then be blind to the feedback that you're receiving and thinking like, oh no, I'm going to force this shit. And Herman, that's a problem if that's true. Dude, the fact that you want the toxic positivity for that stupid ass game when everybody, even at the beta, was telling you the Concord wasn't it. You should have shifted. I was saying it myself. I was like, well, why are they just not changing in it? Why are they still going ahead with this? Like, put a campaign in it, do something, but don't release it as is. You saw what the beta was. The beta was the full game. Take the beta feedback and do something. And Phil, like, if you want to be multi-plat, just be it. Stop trying to believe that Xbox is still a thing. Because all you're doing is just pissing off people and you're destroying any relevant branding there. And stop talking and stop inviting people. If you got nothing to show, are you seriously going to have a show and announce Final Fantasy coming to Xbox? It's like, dude, the ship has sailed already. Like we're not in the OG Xbox era where like, we got a Sony game now. Yay. Same thing with Silent Hill 2. Like, it's a year exclusive. Like, you're back to where you were with the OG Xbox. And if you're not willing to fight, then leave. Because in order to get back that trust, you need to do what Sony does. And if you're not willing to do that, or you're not financially capable of doing what Sony does, then you just better leave. Because if you regressed back to the OG Xbox when you were minuscule, when you were just getting hand-me-down from the PS2 and you fought your way to the 360 to get something day and date, like Final Fantasy 11 or 12, what was it, 12? You fought to get that day and date, and GTA day and date, because you were getting hand-me-downs in the first generation. And now you're right back. Now you're going on stage and announcing ports to your brand that are going to come out next year. That Final Fantasy 16 is going to be 3 years old by the time it sees an Xbox on the smallest console. What's up, Christopher? How you doing, man? That's an announcement. Tune in. So we announce a Final Fantasy coming to Xbox years later. It was 13. Thank you, Ryan. It was 13. I'll get my numbers mixed up. It was 13, yeah. But that was a big announcement. But in order to get back into the swing of things, Phil, Capcom, next year we'll get those fighting games out. Like, why are you You're an afterthought. You're never going to carry a brand if you're an afterthought. Oh, no, we got to do something. I know, like, we have to do something. Well, I'm going to announce something. And exactly. So, announce Final Fantasy, great. But what is that going to do? What it's just going to make the people that whined for 3 years that they didn't want to buy a PC or a PlayStation to be happy? Is that what that satisfies? Final Fantasy is coming to to Xbox. Yay, Final Fantasy 16, 3 years old. Oh, it's not coming today. Oh, coming now will come time 2025. And then the next question is it getting Game Pass? Is it going to be in Game Pass? Probably not. Well, I don't care. Really. That's what's going to happen. If they do announce Final Fantasy 16, the next question is it coming to Game Pass? If it's not in Game Pass, then people are not going to care. And there you go. Was it worth it? Waiting 3 years for the game to come to the console they have to buy? Uh-oh. I have to buy it. But if you want to be up there and be competitive with Sony and compete like you always said you wanted to, you're going to have to do exclusives. You're going to have to do things that you don't want to do and you can't do. And apparently, financially, they're in a friggin' rut, man. I can't believe how much we've seen this year. We're going to have to go back and do like a recap of the amount of just shutdowns and closures and just cancellation of things that Xbox has done to their own brand. Like, it's been wild. This Ambassadors thing, the Hi-Fi Rush, the Arcane, they have really just did a list of just really putting their games on PlayStation. They've really done a oof. They have done a friggin' oof. That's right, Ryan. They have done a oof this year. I'm really just kind of neutering the shit out of this brand. That's why I think you guys are friggin' that's gonna be a 5-hour grindhouse, dude. Like, that's why I think, like, how do you even have after the Ambassadors program? Like, you shut down the Ambassador program before TGS when people could probably have like a fan fest or some bullshit like that. But like, you just go through and you just shut this shit down, and it's like, well, how do you? Then you get on stage and like, join us for the Xbox Tokyo Game Show Showcase. Like, Phil, read the room, man. You just shut down the Ambassadors program. You increase the price of Game Pass. Your games are skipping you. You have to negotiate to try to get them to come the following year. Like, you're a fucking mess, but you're going to go on stage and be like, join us on Xbox again, Tokyo. Like, Phil, like, get off your stage. First off, get out of the spotlight. Like, let somebody else take it. Because why are you the head of the Xbox thing, like, of gaming, like, welcoming people? Let Sarah, she's Xbox. Sarah's Xbox hardware. And Booty's Xbox software. They should be the faces of there. You are the executive. You're their boss. You should be out of it. But you can't help yourself. You got to be doing all the talk. You got to be doing all the presentations. You got to be there. It's my show. I got to take a picture. I got to do it. Go home. Xbox, go home. And with that, grinders, I want to thank you again for Ultimate Gaming Grindhouse Bite. We went through a lot of topics, but man, what are we doing here? What a mess. Shame on Sony. Shame on Xbox. And enjoy your games. Play some games that we have now. And maybe next week we're going to have a bunch of announcements. So hopefully it'll be some exciting announcements. Play your Astrobot. And enjoy Warhammer, Astrobot, and all that other good stuff. Enjoy the games. And hopefully we get some nice big announcements next week, or some games announcing next week. But after that, grinders, hit that like button, share it out. Listen, let me know in the comments. I might do a stream. I want to stream The Sopranos, because I think it'll be a very interesting and fun stream to do. So let me know if you're interested with that. You can put in the comments, or hit me a message on Twitter or anything like that. But I'll put up a thing if you want to see that. We'll do that stream maybe either tonight or sometime over the weekend. I'll go back and you can hear me do Tony Soprano on the thing, and then play some The Sopranos on there, because the dude is funny as hell. It is funny. I think it'll be a fun stream. So just let me know if you like to see that, and keep it locked here to the Gaming Grindhouse. Subscribe, and we're on our way to 3,000. I'm gonna leave you with a nice little bonus song for all those that stuck around on a Friday. And shout out to Sick, he gave me the idea of this one, and enjoy, grinders, as you head out. Tip your waiters.
Hard tosses spent, big bucks on the rig. Thought it was top gig, now I hear him shout, what's this all about? Works hard for a piece, he says it's the way to be. But when it comes to game, PS5's to blame. What a clown, what a scene. Spent so much on the dream. But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear. RGB, lights so bright, gaming all through the night. But one small console fails, raise the sails and whales.
It's coming.
Console is running slow, money spent in vain. Look at all that pain. What a clown, what a scene. Spent so much on the dream, but what's not a dream? But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear.
Gaming Grindhouse music!
Works hard for a piece, he says it's the way to be. But when it comes to game, PS5's to blame. What a clown, what a scene. Spent so much on the dream. But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear.
It's coming.
Lights so bright, gaming all through the night. But one small console fails, raise the sails and whales beer.
Great Circle is coming out this December.
Let's do an encore!
It's coming.
Bucks on the rig, thought it was top gig. Now I hear him shout, what's this all about? Works hard for a piece, he says it's the way to be. But when it comes to game, PS5's to blame. What a clown, what a scene. Spent so much on the dream. But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear. RGB, lights so bright, gaming all through the night. But one small console fails, raise the sails.
It's coming.
60 specs, but oh no, console is running slow, money spent in vain. Look at all that pain. What a clown, what a scene. Spent so much on the dream, but what's not a dream? But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear. Works hard for a piece, he says it's the way to be. But when it comes to game, PS5's to blame.
Stop.
What a clown,
Enough.
what a scene. Spent so much on the dream. But what's that sound I hear? PS5's pro, he is bitching dear. RGB, lights so bright, gaming all through the night. But one small console fails, raise the sails and
Where's the
whales
lamb sauce?
beer.